Solana continues to defy the odds, but just how much higher could the price of Solana go? We're going to be looking at the charts, looking at some news, covering just that. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I called, in a way, Solana rally on the charts. I didn't think this was going to happen. So I was right and I was wrong. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, a price prediction moving up above $40 for Solana, but I kind of weaseled out of it. I kind of was like, hey, I don't think we have that much momentum. Well, it turns out we absolutely do. Some of that due to the Breakpoint conference happening right now over in Amsterdam. But the real question is, can the rally continue, or will we see a repeat of historical precedents where conferences, you rally up into them and then you fall back after them? Make sure you go ahead and watch the entire video. It's also FOMC day, which we know one thing for certain about every FOMC day: volatility comes to price action in crypto. That nonstop, whether we end up going bullish or bearish. There will be tricks, there will be rallies, there will be dips. Volatility will come. The question is, which way do we end up exiting that volatility, further to the upside or to the downside? Let's talk about Solana news. Why are we rallying so high? It's because Solana is soaring on the Amazon integration news. And this article right here, written by Ayush Jindal, early this morning, he's talking about, could Solana price continue to rally another 90%? Now, I will say, I think that's a little much. I'm going to tell you guys why I think price has a little bit further to the upside to go. But 90%, let's just look at that really quickly, guys. Right now, we're hovering at about $38.94. Another 90% rally would put us all the way up here towards $73. Is that possible? Absolutely. In fact, it's actually really close to a former level of support way back here in February of 2022 when we were dipping back down. So that's an interesting spot to keep our eyes on long term. But there's a spot lower than that I have my eyes fixed on. And I told you in the intro, I technically made this call, even though I didn't think it was going to happen. So I didn't make this price prediction, but I played out that this was a chance that Solana could go to if its bullishness continued. Look at the red lines we have right here. I'll talk about the yellow line in just a second. But these red lines form what we call an ascending triangle. And we had a little bit of a fake out back here in July, but ultimately we have multiple flat touches at this level right here at about $26.93. Well, you take the opening of these formations and you move them over to the breakout point, and this would give us a price prediction for Solana right here in the $45, $46 region, back to the price level tops we had in August of 2022 when we had a little bit of a rally before a bigger dip came, and of course the FTX news ended up just crumbling the price of Solana. So right now, what we are looking at, Solana is by far the most bullish top altcoin in the space right now. Bitcoin is kind of hovering around that 34.4 range. But Solana continues just to go up on a tear. I'm going to talk about this a little bit more. In fact, let's go ahead and take a look at the Bitcoin chart, because as a whole, coins and in the crypto system, they continue to follow what Bitcoin wants to do. Bitcoin, though, of course, is in this little wave right here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this for just a second. Some people are going to call this a bull flag, and there's a chance this is a bull flag. Of course, if I were to go out to the 4-hour chart and I keep everything really skinny, that looks really convincing that we have a nice flagpole with a nice flag. But when you start to spread things out, this is more and more every single day looking like a Bart Simpson's pattern that could be sending us down to the downside. But where some people just think it's straight down from here, I've seen more often than not with these Bart Simpson's patterns, before things move to the downside, you usually have one more good surge in price. And to me, I'm looking at this yellow line. When we go back out to the daily chart, we look at this yellow trend line from all the way back in August of 2022. We also touched it right here in April of 2023. You also then corresponded with a nice level of psychological resistance from Fibonacci. Let's go ahead and pull up Fibonacci from this time frame right here, coming all the way back to the top of the bull market down to the bottom of the bear market. We have at the 0.382 level a $36,000 range. Let me spread this out just a little more so it corresponds. When I zoom back in, you guys will see that once again. Let's go back to the hourly chart and let's take a look here. I think there's a decent chance that even though we are moving in a Bart Simpson's type pattern, don't be surprised if price does bounce up, come towards this yellow line, maybe wick up towards that $36,000 range, again, that 0.382 range, and then it drops back down, and then we start our slow descent and our retracement back down. At this point, I'm going to be very surprised unless major bearish news comes out that if I don't think we're going to drop below 31,000. This is where I'm planning on acquiring that $32,000 range. That's where I plan on acquiring more Bitcoin and filling my bags up a little bit more with some dry powder I still have left. If the news gets bad, yeah, now we're talking about potentially moving back down towards 25K, but I have to wait. I have to see it before I can make that call. But what I am seeing right now is a Bart Simpson type pattern that we have one more good rally left. Now, you might be asking, all right, we're doing Bitcoin TA. Tim, what does this have to do with Solana? Because this is a Solana video. Well, Solana is not moving sideways. Solana is just going up, 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 and to the right. I don't think it's out of the equation. Remember, I told you guys we're looking at about $45 to $46 range. That, from where we currently are, would be about another 17, 18% pump, 19% pump, give or take. That is not ridiculous to look at. When we look at Bitcoin, let's get rid of this line right here. What I'm asking for Bitcoin to do to go up to 36,000, I'm asking Bitcoin to do about a 5% rally, right? Let's come back here and take a look at what we've seen here recently. Let's go back to where the things got really, really exciting here just a couple of weeks ago. Let's go all the way down to after the fake out where people said that the ETF got approved and that ended up not being true. Let's go back to October 18th. October 18th on Bitcoin, very explosive rally. We have seen a 25% rally on Bitcoin's price. Well, in that same timeline, October 18th to where we currently are with Solana, let's go ahead and find that date. Where are we? Way back here. We're going to go back to this dip right here. We have seen Solana at a 70% rally, meaning Solana is drastically outpacing Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance is going to the upside. So the rest of the altcoins, yeah, Bitcoin is outpacing most altcoins, but Solana is not one of them. So if I think that we could have a decent 5% pump in Bitcoin price, asking for a 19 to 20% pump in Solana, when you really think about what's been happening recently and the tear that Solana's been on, it's not ridiculous to say we could be seeing, before a significant pullback, we could be seeing a $45 to $46 Solana price coming your way very, very soon. But again, remember, today is FOMC day. We are seeing the high probability. I think right now it's sitting at 97% saying that we are going to see a pause, but that's not what's most important right now. Of course, if he were to raise rates, that's Jerome Powell, that would be really bearish. But what's more important is, what does he say from the podium? Will he be hawkish? Will he be dovish? Will he give us reason to continue this rally? Or will he give us some fear, some uncertainty, some doubt to say, hey guys, it's time to take some profit and let prices cool back down? We're going to have to wait. That happens at 2 p.m. today. The number will come out at 2 p.m. and then he will have a press conference at 2:30. The Investing Bros will be going live at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you tune in and you guys will get to hear a little bit more about what we think is happening there. But for today and for this week, Solana having a great, great last couple of weeks. It could be a little bit further to the upside. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and hit subscribe. We are fast growing, very close to 5,000 subscribers, and we're not even yet a year old on the channel. Help us get there quickly. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.